This is the MSL Learn Webinar Series, MLA Conference Preview for April 11th, 2023. Hi everyone, my name is Colette Bartow, and I serve as the Continuing Education Coordinator at the State Library. Today I'm excited to share all of the great sessions that my MSL colleagues are presenting at the upcoming 2023 Montana Library Association Conference in Billings. Today's conference preview is designed to provide you with information about Montana State Library workshops offered at the Montana Library Association Conference and how to claim continuing education credits in ASPeN for the sessions you attend. Remember, the conference is an in-person live event. There won't be any recordings, so in order to claim credits, you have to attend the conference in Billings, April 12th through the 15th. For this MSL Learn webinar, we're focusing on the conference sessions provided by State Library staff. We have 3 pre-conference offerings and 12 sessions during the conference. There's also Teenanigans, a social event on Thursday evening, hosted by Amelia Kim, lifelong learning librarian. Please visit the Montana Library Association website for full conference information, and definitely check out the Whova conference app and add our sessions to your agenda. State Library staff will be available at our tables in the exhibitor area, so stop by to say hello. Speaking of the Whova app, there are mobile and web-based versions of the application. The agenda feature is a great way for setting up your own schedule, plus the community activities are also a great way to connect with other conference goers. Now I'll walk you through the session descriptions for each of the presentations by State Library staff. On Wednesday, April 12th, pre-conference sessions are extended times and in-depth opportunities to learn. All of the MSL pre-conference sessions would be great for directors and trustees, or for those library staff members who are supervisors or interested in growing their leadership skills. Starting at 9 a.m., Tracy Cook and Stu Wilson will lead the Framing the Future session about strategic planning. Well-designed strategic plans identify what members of the community are underserved and works towards creating inclusive services and libraries that welcome all members of their communities. This workshop gives library staff and trustees of small and rural libraries the tools to engage in community-focused planning. Tracy Cook provides consulting assistance on a variety of topics and oversees the consulting, continuing education, and lifelong learning programs within the State Library. Tracy's areas of expertise include library law, board development, personnel, local government relations, and advocacy. Tracy also enjoys hiking, canoeing, citizen scientist work, and golf. She also volunteers for Fish, Wildlife, and Parks and the National Park Service whenever she can. Stu Wilson is the former director of Library Strategies Consulting Group, executive director of the Friends of the Hennepin County Library, and vice president of the Friends of the St. Paul Public Library. Wilson has more than 25 years of fundraising and planning experience and is the founder of Fitzgerald in St. Paul. He also served as the lead consultant in creating the Trust for Montana Libraries. Pam Henley provides consulting and advisory services to public librarians and trustees from her office in Bozeman. There are 2 pre-conference sessions that start at 1 p.m. Cool Tools and Taming Wild Web Apps reviews digital services available to Montana libraries through the State Library. This is where you can learn about updates and changes to some of these services and brush up on your skills with training and tips. This session incorporates breakout groups to further discuss and explore what works and what doesn't. Your presenter, Bobby DeMontney, provides technical support for the Montana Library Network. With an MLIS and over a decade of experience in the field, she is thankful for the opportunities she has had to serve just about every kind of library across the state of Montana. In her current position, she primarily supports web-based services to Montana libraries. Some of these include Montana Library to Go, ASPeN, OCLC Group Services, and the Montana History Portal. Bobby lives just outside of Helena, where she enjoys active and artistic hobbies in the summer and curling up with her dog and a good book in the winter. The second afternoon session, Giving Montanans Their Fullest Opportunity, has attendees exploring the why of local governments and libraries, how they work together, and the duties of various local government officials. Tracy Cook will also talk about financing library services, the requirements and limitations placed on local governments, and how to be better stewards of taxpayer dollars. There are so many great sessions to choose from on the first full day of the conference. The morning sessions are 60 minutes. I will be doing a presentation that will include updates to the MSL Continuing Education and Certification Program that have been in the works. Help with ASPeN and an overview of continuing education sources will be highlighted. Please bring your questions. My professional background is in school librarianship, professional development, and state education agency leadership. My history with the state library started in the late 1990s as a school library representative to several committees and also included time as a state library commissioner. I'm excited to have completed my first year as the continuing education coordinator for the state library. Amelia Kim will offer the Montana Library Network overview. The MLN is a collaborative community of Montana libraries working together to provide all Montanans with library content and services sufficient unto their needs. But what does that mean exactly? Learn more about the MLN at this session and learn how you can help contribute to improving library services in Montana, both locally and statewide. Amelia Kim has worked as the lifelong learning librarian at the State Library since June 2018. Her library interests include children's services, particularly services for 0 to age 5, health literacy, community outreach support, and supporting Montana librarians in the amazing work that they do. In her free time, Amelia enjoys hiking, baking cakes, and consuming said cakes, and making forays into various crafting hobbies. The annual Conversations with the Commission session is an important annual event in the work of the Montana State Library Commission. The session gives the Commission a chance to share information about the priorities of the Commission and provides an open forum to discuss the trends and issues impacting the Montana library community. The State Library Commission serves as the governing body of the State Library, which is the state agency responsible for library development in Montana. State Librarian Jenny Stapp will make introductions and help facilitate the session. Okay, settle in for 90-minute sessions in the afternoon. For you catalogers, serial and series records in the wild is the session for you. If you're overwhelmed looking at the shared catalogs instructions for cataloging serial, series, and multi-part works, and knowing when to apply a call number analytic, join them. This session is intended primarily for catalogers in the MSC. However, all who are puzzled by these types of materials are welcome. Kylie McGregor works for the State Library as trainer to the Montana Shared Catalog Consortium. She enjoys trail running slowly, thrifting, and puzzles of all kinds. Laura Treader works for the State Library as system administrator to the Montana Shared Catalog. She enjoys skiing, snowboarding, running slowly, and crafting of all sorts. Setting the Bait is a great introduction to the recently renamed Montana History Portal. The portal uses several ways to encourage use of our content to different audiences. We have used conference presentations and workshops to target teachers, social media to reach history lovers, exhibits for our website users and students, and now we are implementing geocaching exploration through adventure labs to engage tourists. Learn how changing your bait can hook a larger audience for your library services. Join Jennifer Burnell, who is the director of the Montana History Portal. She taught middle school for 12 years, holds a BA in communications, and a master's degree in literacy. Jennifer enjoys reading, camping, and kayaking. Dave Colamaria joined the Montana History Portal staff as a specialist in 2021. He has a master's degree in history and over a decade of previous experience working with and for the U.S. Navy's official history organization. He also has over a decade of experience in data analysis and statistics. He enjoys running, hiking, and skiing. Friday is another learning-filled day with 60-minute sessions in the morning and 90-minute sessions in the afternoon. In Go Wild with Continuing Education, I will introduce you to the new MSL Learn platform and the courses offered. Online learning doesn't have to be dull or daunting. I will help you access the site and take advantage of the free courses offered to Montana librarians and trustees. Wrangling the Wild West of hotspot cataloging is a must-attend for those of you who are part of the State Library's Hotspot Lending Program. Wrangling the Wild West of hotspot cataloging is a must-attend for those of you in the Montana State Library's Hotspot Lending Program with expanded patron access to the Internet via hotspots, both in and out of the Montana Shared Catalog. However, it's presented cataloging challenges for staff. Come learn the MSC recommendations for cataloging hotspots to best support patron discovery and circulation. Kylie McGregor works for the State Library as trainer for the Montana Shared Catalog. She enjoys trail running slowly, thrifting, and puzzles of all kinds. Melody Carl works as a system administrator for the Montana Shared Catalog. She's previously worked in both public and academic libraries and spends her free time fostering kittens, baking, gardening, and playing competitive Scrabble. For the stories we tell rewilding government information in Montana, the session seeks to anchor government information librarianship to place, both practically and theoretically. Presenters will discuss their efforts to engage with regionally produced government information and reflect on the ways in which this work relocalizes their respective libraries, simultaneously connecting users to regionally significant materials while contributing to stories of place. Natalie Bond is the Government Information Librarian and Head of Information and User Services at the University of Montana's Mansfield Library. She also serves as the Regional Federal Depository Library Program Coordinator for the state of Montana. When Natalie is not ruminating on the state of American collective memory, she can be found running long miles on Montana trails with her dog Olive. Jim Kammerer is the Government Information Librarian at Montana State Library, who works with state agencies and Montana libraries to provide permanent public access to state government information intended for public distribution. Outside of work, he enjoys being with his family, amateur radio, gardening, and trail running in the Scratch Gravel Hills. Join Amelia Kim for the MSL Trunk Program overview. If you are looking for fun activities to do at your library, come and explore the Trunk Program and learn about the themed trunk activities that are available to you. Amelia will discuss the logistics of how to borrow and use a trunk, as well as go over the different trunks that are available for both you and your community. The conference winds up on Saturday, but the learning doesn't stop. Saturday's offerings focus on technology and learning in libraries. Join Suzanne for helping libraries tame wild technology. The speed and scope of technology changes and innovations can be overwhelming. She'll look at some of the latest tech developments and trends and what they might mean for your library and your community. Suzanne Reimer is a consulting librarian for the State Library. Prior to that, she was a technology librarian and has continued to be viewed by many as the techie in library development. She strives to stay current on new technologies and trends while seeking to remove some of the aura of inevitability. Aiding in this endeavor are two cats who believe that nothing is more important than a warm lap, and a dog who knows that walk supersedes screens. Amelia is winding up her offerings with Guerrilla Storytime and Lifelong Learning for Everyone. Guerrilla Storytime is a peer-to-peer skill-sharing event that allows storytime providers to learn new skills and show the plethora of knowledge youth services professionals have. Participants pick a popsicle stick with a storytime challenge on it. For example, what's your favorite nursery rhyme? And demonstrate their answer to their peers. Come share your tried and true storytime ideas and learn about others, and help everyone leave with new tricks and skills to share with your community. For her last session, Amelia would talk about how lifelong learning is important for patrons of all ages. The Montana Library Network Lifelong Learning Core Services Committee is eager to help create engaging experiences for diverse patrons around the state. Join the committee in this session to learn about how the lifelong learning Core Services Committee helps contribute to this, to share ideas for needs and trends in lifelong learning that you see, and to help increase lifelong learning opportunities across the Montana library community. There are so many other great sessions being offered at the conference this year. Check out the Whova app for more session descriptions or the MLA website to get registered. We hope to see you in our sessions or at our tables in the exhibit hall. So after you've made it safely home and have time to follow up on your continuing education credits, it will be handy to have your agenda from the Whova app to refer to as you work through ASPeN to claim those credits. All of the conference sessions have been entered into ASPeN for you to easily pick them from the Independent Learning event list. They are listed by the date, and each session starts with MLA Conference. Visit the ASPeN Knowledge Base for step-by-step instructions and videos to demonstrate how to claim credits. If you use the Whova event app, refer to your schedule to keep track of the sessions you attended. Also, please be sure to sign in on the hard copy sign-in sheets for each session you attend. I'll be able to quickly verify attendance, and MLA will be able to issue OPI renewal unit certificates for those who request them. Since you'll be claiming credits after the conference, you just need to log into ASPeN and go straight to the Continuing Education Control Panel. I'm recording this presentation before the conference, so if you check the Independent Learning event drop-down before the conference, you will not see any of the MLA conference sessions. The sessions will appear by date after the conference is over. Then it's just a matter of clicking the down arrow to see the complete list of MLA conference sessions. Choose your session, click Go, and the session will be saved into your continuing education record in the correct category. If you have any questions about the MLA conference, please visit the MLA website at mtlib.org for more details. If you have questions about continuing education from the State Library or claiming credits in ASPeN, please contact me, Colette, or submit a help desk ticket through ASPeN. We have lots of ways to stay in touch with the State Library, so check out these links and get subscribed to our newsletters, as well as our YouTube channel. Just as a reminder, we are doing 30-minute sessions on the second Tuesday of each month on general topics of interest to directors, trustees, and staff, and then 30-minute sessions on the last Tuesday of each month, Tiny Tech trainings. April's Tiny Tech session will be on April 25th and is entitled Tiny Tech Training, Does My ASPeN Account Work? ASPeN and Employee Turnover. In May, the second Tuesday session will be focused on trustee training, and the last Tuesday Tiny Tech session will be running reports in Overdrive Marketplace and recommending a title for purchase in Montana Library to Go. Go to the ASPeN event calendar to see the full schedule and register for upcoming sessions. Use the search phrase MSL Learn to see a list. Visit the MSL YouTube channel to watch recordings if you can't join us live. You'll find an MSL Learn Webinar series playlist. You can subscribe and get notifications for when new videos are posted. MSL videos that are available for continuing education credit are entered in ASPeN on the date they appear on the event calendar. Let us know how we did. We appreciate your feedback to help us improve. There's a link to this form in the ASPeN event also. Please be in touch if you have any questions. Thanks for being with me today.